Hello all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm back with an interesting topic. So in today's video, I'll be talking about MFAR, multi-fund accounting feature in accounts receivables. So before we proceed further, we need to understand what is MFAR, what is its significance. Multi-fund accounting is a feature that allows to post your invoices, debit memos, credit memos, and adjustment to multiple balancing segment values or funds for a receivable account. In general, if you are not using MFAR, you can have only one receivable account in any transaction. You can have any number of revenue account or tax accounts, but receivable account can be only one account. But if you are using multi-fund accounting feature, you can have multiple receivable accounts as well in a single transaction. So this is basically generally used by your public sector organizations who have fund as their one of the balances segment in their chart of accounts. So basically, fund is actually a source of money. So this functionality is similar to something called automatic offset in Oracle AP. So generally, these public sector organizations have multiple funds in a single transaction. So it could be a general operating fund, and endowment fund, a gift fund, etc. And every fund has a different purpose and different reporting requirements. So they have a kind of a reporting requirement that they need to report the amount of fund collected as well as disbursed for each fund separately. So to meet this requirement, Oracle has provided a predefined SLA application accounting definition methods, and that can be assigned within SLAM, that is your subledger accounting method, and these are multi-fund accrual accounting method, multi-fund accrual balancing method. Now we will use these two methods and see how system can generate multiple receivable accounts in a single transaction. So the main prerequisites for MFAR is you need to enable this profile option. AR activate multi-fund accounting extract to yes. So if you do not enable this particular profile option and start using MFAR, you will have some accounting issues. So this is one of the main prerequisite. Okay, now let me first show you this particular profile option which I had already set in my current environment. So now I'm in my current environment. I'm actually on 12.2.10. But again, this MFA or multi-fund accounting of feature is already available in previous releases as well. So search for the profile option. This is AR activate. So this profile option is available only at the site level. It is not enabled at the receive responsibility or user level. So Oracle has provided a feature of enabling this only at the site level. So AR activate multi-fund accounting extract. So this particular feature or this particular profile option is to be set as yes at the site level. That's the first prerequisite. Okay. So now let me show you how you can create a transaction wherein you can have multiple receivable account in a single transaction by using any of these application accounting definition. Okay. So I am logging into now receivables vision operations responsibility. So receivables vision operations responsibility for this particular responsibility may operating in this vision operations, and my ledger is vision operations. Now let me go and check what exactly is the subledger accounting method under my uh, ledger. So for that, let me switch to general ledger responsibility, setup, financials, accounting setup manager, accounting setups, and search for the ledger vision operations. Update accounting options. So my subledger accounting method, the standard accrual, that's the Oracle seeded subledger accounting method. Now I'll try to customize my subledger accounting method by assigning up the multi-fund accounting application accounting definition. So let me now log into SLA super user responsible. That's where you can actually customize your SLA rules. So when I say customize, it's not really customized. It's basically just assigning up the standard multi-fund accounting AAD to my subledger accounting method. So let me switch to SLA super user responsibility. Go to your subledger accounting setups. accounting method builder, methods and definitions, subledger accounting method. So search for the standard accrual subledger accounting method and then copy this and maybe call it as a, generally you use your client name in your naming convention. So I just want to use something like YYY slam. And transaction chart of accounts is operations accounting flex field, and accounting chart of accounts is operation accounting flex field. Okay, so this is my, this will be my custom subledger accounting method. So here what I need to do is I need to, this is the standard receivable default accrual application accounting definition which is assigned for application. So if you use, this is the standard one. So if you use this application accounting definition, you can have only one receivable account. But here our requirement is to have multiple receivable account code combinations for a single transaction. So now let me try to update this with, here you have multi-fund account receivables accounting method, multi-fund account receivable balancing method. Let me search the first one, multi-fund account receivable accrual account method. Save this. Okay. Now pick up this subledger accounting method and assign it to your ledger. Finish. Okay. The ledger vision operations has been updated. Okay. Now let us get into receivables responsibility and let us try to create a transaction and see how system will derive the accounting. Okay, let me try to create a transaction. Let me pick up any customer. So this is my source, type, legal entity, dates and stuff. Let me try to create a transaction with say two different revenue accounts. So I just say test one, quantity one, 15,000, and then say test two, quantity one, 25,000. Save this. Complete this invoice. Let me go to the distribution. So if you observe in the distributions have two different revenue account and one receivable account because have did not run the create accounting. Once you run your create accounting, that's where you will see the impact of the MFAR. Okay. Now what I'll do is let me just change the company code for the first line to say 02 and also change the department to maybe this one. Let me also change the sub account to Arizona product. I just want to change the sub account and account sorry what's the fourth segment, yeah, product for the revenue account so that it doesn't match with the receivable, so that you will be able to see the actual impact of the MFAR. So let me do the same thing for the other revenue as well. So let me change the sub account to say Kentucky, product to monitor, and then department to maybe sales east. Okay, let me also change the company code. Okay, so now I have one receivable account with two revenue accounts. So revenue account has the So this is the, okay, let me put this in Excel so that you can see how the accounting changes after you run the create accounting. Okay, so this will be the original lines. So this is the receivable account. $40,000, and you have two revenue accounts, credit 25,000 and 50,000. Okay, just ignore the rounding account. Okay, now with MFAR, where we are using accounting method. This is the without MFAR. Okay, now let me run the create account. Let me first complete the invoice. We run the draft mode. Okay, accounting has been successfully created for this transaction. Now let's see the view accounting. Okay. Okay, now if you observe, this is the original accounting entry or the original your account distributions. So now as we have, after we have enabled MFAR accounting method, okay, so here you can see two receivable lines were generated. So if you see two receivable lines were generated and we are using the accounting method, if you use the MFAR accounting method, just the original, this is the national account segment 1210. That's the original national account segment will be retained and all other segments will be copied from your revenue account. So in this case, if you see, there are two revenue accounts and hence two receivable accounts were generated. That's the first part. And second thing, as far as the account code combinations are concerned, 02 is copied here, 112 is copied, and 1210 is a receivable account that's retained from the original account, and then your sub account and product is copied. Similarly for the next line as well, your first segment, second segment, fourth segment, and fifth segments were copied from your receivable account. So this is how system generates the multiple receivable account when there are multiple revenue accounts in this example. So let us assume if you have only say one revenue account, then obviously there will be only one receivable account. So this is with MFAR accounting method. So now if you use the multi-fund accrual balancing method, now let's see what will happen. So with MFAR accounting method, let me just make a note of those entries here. So there are two receivable accounts. All the segments are copied from your revenue account except the national account, which will be written from the original transaction. Okay, now let me show you how the system generates the accounting entry if you are using balancing method. Okay. What we need to do is we can still use the same invoice. I need to just change the AAD from multi-fund accrual method to multi-fund balancing method. So let me go to the SLA super user, search for my subledger accounting method. and then go back to the receivables, change it from multi-fund account receivable accrual account method to balancing method. Just change it, save this. Okay, that's it. Now let me go back to my receivables. Just search for that invoice, and as we have already created accounting for this invoice earlier in draft mode, you can again reuse the same invoice and then again run create accounting. Now it should use the latest application accounting definition which we have assigned, which is balancing method. Let me check the view accounting. Okay, now with the view accounting, let me copy the view accounting here for 25,000. 0300012100002000 and for 15,000 0200012000. Okay. Okay. So now the difference between the accounting method and balancing method is if you use your accounting method, system copies all the segments from the revenue account except the national account segment. National account segment will be retained from your receivable account. But if you are using a balance method, system copies all the segments from the receivable account except the balancing segment. The balancing segment will be copied from your revenue account. So as you see here, this is the original account code combination. So all the segments are retained here except the balancing segment. Balancing segment is copied from your revenue account. So this is how system creates multiple receivable account code combination in a single transaction if you use MFAR. And again, whenever you create your receipt, again system will offset the same account. So in this case, when you try to create a receipt, your cash or bank account will be debited and the receivable accounts will be credited. So these two receivables accounts will be automatically credited so that the net impact of your receivable should be 0. Thank you. Thanks for watching my video. For interesting videos on Oracle Financials, please do subscribe to my channel. Thank you.